Hey, what's up, YouTube? And welcome to Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works for this December 19th. I'm your Saturday vlogger, Sherry. Sitting in the car on my lunch break at work here making this video because, let's face it, it is Christmas week and time is scarce. Well, this week we're talking about cravings for crunchy, munchy, salty things and how do you deal with that around this time of year. Kind of an uncommon thing that I wanted to mention that you don't think of first is exercise. It's been proven that exercise trains your brain, that your actions matter. So if I'm exercising and I'm doing what I need to do for my body, I'm less likely to ruin all the work I've done by snacking on things I know I've got no business snacking on. The other thing I wanted to mention is I try to limit my alcohol when I'm trying to really watch my snacking, and because once I get a few drinks in me, I have a tendency to not worry about what I'm eating, and those calories can add up. First of all, the alcohol is empty calories, and then I'm just like, woohoo, let's have chips and dip or whatever, and I've got no business doing that. So I try when I'm out to limit my alcohol to 1 or 2 drinks over the night, and then just hydrate in between. That's the other another thing I wanted to mention is preloading with water before you go out, or even preloading with protein to knock your hunger back. Premier Protein has those little 100-calorie shakes that are awesome for a snack if you want to try to get that satiated feeling before you go out and are hit by a barrage of delicious treats. The other thing, let's see, raw veggies. I'll try to start with raw veggies. They give me that crunch without adding a lot of calories, and they're the good kind of carbs that you want to go for. So I'll try to dip those in free dips, you know, free for my Weight Watchers, former Weight Watchers people out there, you know what I mean, the free soup or free like salsa, anything that you can eat that's not going to count against your totals for the day. So I'll try to fill up on that, so that gives me my nutrients and kind of curbs my appetite. And then I wanted to mention some of the protein bars or snacking bars that are out there, like the Kind bars they have at Target that have the fruit and nuts, and they have kind of a little sweet honey taste to them. They'll give you a little bit of protein and very little sugar, and they kind of give you that crunchy feeling that you might be craving. Here's one that I may have for a snack later, Nature's Valley roasted nut crunch. But yeah, I like the way those have whole nuts and fruits in there. This one's only 13 carbs and 8 sugars, and you get 6 of protein out of it for 190 calories. They make them with higher protein amounts, but I think that's a good one. It's got a hard consistency to it, so it brings a lot of crunch. The other thing I've mentioned in a video before is the Parmesan crisps I found on bariatriceating.com are great to make, and you can sub them for chips if you're having like any kind of dip. But just again, like sprinkle a spray a muffin pan with like Pam or whatever cooking spray you use, and fill the bottom up with your cheeses. Parmesan is the one that they use, and then you can sprinkle grilling seasonings or garlic powder on those. They're delicious. Put them in the oven at like 375 for maybe only 5 minutes, because they're really crisp, and they really crisp up, and they'll stand up to dips. I love those for a carb-free option. And yeah, so bariatriceating.com also has just a wide variety of recipes, so I like to use them for a reference to come up with new ideas. So there's an ice cream on there that you make from strawberries and like protein milk and Splenda, and that kind of helps trick me into thinking I've had something sweet if I'm really craving sweets. So that's it for me for this Saturday, guys. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to all of you all, and I hope you'll join me next Saturday for another edition of Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. Bye-bye.